Today we play Archeops. Archeops deals 20 damage to all opposing Pokemon. Then if Archeops attacks again next turn, it deals 40 damage to all of them. That's a potential total of 160 damage for one energy. The problem with Archeops is that being a stage 2 fossil Pokemon, you need to somehow draw all 3 cards, and if you draw them too late, its attack effect might just be irrelevant in the late game. When it comes to fossil Pokemon, there's a deck archetype that I love playing. This consists of running only one single non-fossil basic Pokemon paired with 2 fossil evolution lines. This deck archetype exists since Mythical Island with Chatot, and we even saw it recently with Cleffa and Iono as well. But now, it's better than ever with Hitmonchan EX and Copycat. In today's deck, we go digging up the past. Because we don't need Pokeballs, we can go all in on dumping our hand onto the board and then replenish it with Copycat, which can be a fairly consistent way of getting our fossils and their evolutions. I also run 2 Cyrus to either finish off the early Hitmonchan punching bags or to chase after targets hit by Archeops. But I know what you're thinking. Yes, this deck would probably be better with Rampardos instead of Aerodactyl or Archeops, but I think we're all a bit tired of Rampardos at this point, so I want to show you an alternative that still feels decent and fun to play. While still not as consistent as top meta decks, I have always loved playing with fossils, and Archeops is a blast to play as well. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, hype, and consider subscribing for more fun of meta decks. Is there any card you want to see played? Let me know in the comments and I'll build a deck around it. With that said, check this deck out in action and enjoy the games. Okay, that's brutal. That is pretty brutal. That's huge value. Huge turn 1. Like one of the best turn 1s I've ever seen. Sponsored by the new EV. Okay. Even with a decent hand like this, can't actually take advantage of it. Do I hope for the second Giant Cape? Giant Cape will be huge against the Pinsir, which deals 150. But this Leafeon attacking Hitmonchan twice will deal 140. I'm gonna go for it already, just out of fear of a red card or something. Next turn I can Rare Candy Archeops Copycat. Yeah, that's a really strong opener from them. Not sure what my win condition will be like this. So EVEX also suggests they have like at least 3 EVs. Seems like a solid deck. Okay, let's dump our hand and Copycat. I think I'm gonna go in with Archeops. It's a good time to try to get as much value as possible. Even though it gets 2-shotted by the Leafeon unless I get my second Giant Cape. But yeah, this is why a Rampardos variant will likely be much stronger. So I have 6 cards left. I can either Copycat and draw 5 out of 9. Or I can Research and draw 2 out of 6. I think the 5 out of 9 will give me a better chance of getting something that I need. But what do I need, really? I need a Giant Cape most of all. I would believe they have Vericas. Let's just go with this. So I got my Giant Cape. The question is the Giant Cape best on Archeops or Aerodactyl? I feel like it's Aerodactyl, because Archeops is still dead next turn. Last second turn. So yeah, let's try this. With double Cyrus, I think I still lose if they have their own Cyrus or something. Right? Because Pinsir deals 80 even if it rolls tails against the Hitmonchan. Okay. So I need to Cyrus the Leafeon, because if they have Verica, I can't really Cyrus the Pinsir next turn for the KO. I just have to hope that they don't have a Cyrus here. Or Sabrina. They can't Erica the Sylveon. So this would set me up to Cyrus the Sylveon now. But yeah, that's either way, I think I lose this turn. But it was a good game against their amazing opener. I'm kind of surprised we even got to a turn like this where we almost have a chance of winning. Okay, now I have to top deck the Cyrus. And that's game. That is game. Alright, GG. It was a 1 in 6 of top decking a Cyrus, and I could have actually won that. Simple. What is happening? Okay. In this case, I'm not gonna play Copycat just yet, because I can evolve both next turn. Alright. They have an XP, that's really good. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna do this because I also have the Archeops. I don't want to use Copycat and risk losing it. Archeops is a really good play next turn. Gets rid of the Timple, deals AoE damage to the back and sets up the next attack for even more AoE damage. and gets rid of a card in my hand for Copycat to be even stronger. Oh, OG Gyarados EX. Yeah, I'm still gonna go for Copycat. Attacking with Hitmonchan is just completely fair, but I'm looking at 3 points right there already. And right now, I'm even gonna put the Giant Cape as an anti-Misty to pretty much guarantee, unless they have Sabrina, pretty much guarantee those 3 points. No, they could have Irida as well. Irida is pretty good. That Magikarp is just going down. Oh my god. Okay, but they do heal everything else. But I survive an attack from Gyarados. Right? They need Guzma specifically. Bye-bye, Magikarp. That's 160 damage. Just feels good. Alright, what they do now? I think without Guzma or Sabrina, they are completely screwed. At least evolve the Temple. There you go. Wild spin again. Another casual 120 damage. Beautiful. Okay, going second. Is this really Shiinotic Solgaleo in this day and age? Has it gotten better in any way? Maybe with May, because Shiinotic does give Pokemon to your hand and then you can use May. But I think I would even prefer Cleffa in that case, unless you're trying to consider Shiinotic as a Norikoryo counter, which I don't think it is. It's just way too slow and does not deal enough damage to be a Norikoryo counter. Okay, I am gonna go with Copycat though. Try to get fossils and researches and such. There you go. Much better. So I believe Shiinotic only has 100 HP as well, so it goes down to 2 Hitmonchan hits. Oh, it has 90. So they should have evolved in the back. It doesn't make sense that they evolved the front. Does not make sense whatsoever. Now is the case where I actually want a second Copycat. So they're running also Communication instead of May. But I feel like they should have saved it for next turn at least. Doesn't really matter. I ended up top decking the evolution. But because it can't attack just yet, I'm gonna go back to Hitmonchan. I mean, yeah, with Cosmog in the front, they can't evolve to Solgaleo here. They should have put Morlul in the front. I guess they teleport. So, okay. Let's see. All comes down to whether they can find the Solgaleo. There it is. In this case, second Giant Cape almost wins me the game. Almost guarantees a victory. Because they could have red for the Aerodactyl. Oh, they choose not to use Raging Road. That's very odd. I'm gonna play the Bloom and discard it immediately. I think this should be alright. Well, maybe I shouldn't have discarded it because, yeah, I was considering something like a Mars, playing around Mars. But if my Hitmonchan is really getting knocked out this turn with a red or Guzma, then it opens up a bench slot for that fossil, but that's fine. I don't think it matters. Archeops wasn't going to be useful against a lone Solgaleo. Okay, let's Copycat, try to get the second Giant Cape. And this is it. Do they have a second red? Because they need a second red. Research is not red, so... And research is not Lily, like they also needed to heal. And the other Cosmog can't evolve. Alright, so they definitely need the second Solgaleo right now. 3 cards left, so there's a fair chance they have it. I still have another research as well. And second Giant Cape in there. But they also need to heal this Solgaleo. Or red. Because my Archeops is gonna... I mean, I have the Cyrus even. But finish the game with Archeops would feel nice. Good. Ah, there you go. Alright, let's finish the match with Archeops for some style points. GG! Okay, going first. I'm gonna recycle my hand. Where do I put the Giant Cape? I don't think it matters too much, actually. I'm gonna put it on Hitmonchan, I suppose. Just Copycat. Alright, not too bad. Oh. There are no targets. What do you mean? Why are they running Lysia then? They only have 2 Duskulls and that's it? As targets? I'm expecting this to be the old school Dusknoir that heals. which will make this an absolute nuisance. So, okay. Pretty interesting. Okay then, what do? I feel like best bet is taking out their Duskulls with the Archeops. They might have a Cyrus though. I feel like it can be a little bit of a liability. But in theory, in terms of price points, I would rather force them to go through 2 Archeops first. But I will not have energy for the Aerodactyl at the end if I draw it. But yeah, this none of my Pokemon can survive 2 80 damage attacks. Wait, never mind. I do have energy for the Aerodactyl at the end. I'm just gonna go with this then. Both Duskulls go down. Now I try to go for the Aerodactyl straight away. I expect they have more healing though. That's a very interesting deck, and I would not have stood a chance if they got their Dusknoirs. But I also don't have a hand for them to discard. And I still lose to a Cyrus. Right, I can't double Giant Cape, but I guess they don't have a Cyrus. GG, I suppose.